So it's your boy Scooty B. I've just always wanted to do that intro for some random reason. I love how black people introduce themselves. This is the Fatboy show. Let's call it FB for now. FBS on RX Radio because we're using initials. I'm OD, and in the studio with me is
AS.
Aha.
Or ass.
Hey, it ain't tricking if you got it.
Or as.
No, I prefer ass. Let's give you an extra S. Apollo Sarah, sincerely. Like, let's just put an extra S. How you doing, Sarah?
I'm good, Daniel.
Welcome,
good morning.
welcome. It's good to see you, man.
It's good to see you.
Vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So good. Me, I've been having a blast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I joined the entertainment industry, I think I've lost about 20 friends, if I'm not mistaken.
20.
20?
Only.
What do you mean only?
I lost all mine.
What? Even family? Because there's some friends who are family.
No. Family is family.
That's a different category.
There's a different category. Very different.
That's an interesting one. Because I wanted to ask, like, I know people do a lot of crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And we're in a generation where generally the idea is, well, you know, as long as it doesn't affect me directly, you do you, I do me, you can have your freedom.
Yeah.
And do your own thing.
Yeah.
We call it, what's the word? Normalizing stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like someone's going to be like, oh, well, so-and-so cheated on their girlfriend, but that's not my relationship. I'm not going to say anything about it. But I need to know the way it was done in the old school.
Yeah.
Would you cut your friend off if they maybe cheated on their partner or did something wrong that you don't agree with?
Absolutely, yes.
Terms and conditions apply.
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Because, see, I'm the kind of person, you know, with your friends know you better than anybody else. You understand? And sometimes you don't even have to have like a direct conversation about certain things, but your friends know. Or sometimes you even have direct conversations about things.
Often we do. We need to.
You know?
Yeah.
Direct and honest conversations about things. So say, for instance, if I found out that my friend cheated on her partner, we would have a problem. Because, as in, the company you keep, you understand? Birds of the same feather flock together. So I don't want to be associated with somebody who would go to do something as hurtful as that, especially if I knew that if they had done that to her, she would, you know, not take it lightly.
Yeah,
Do you understand what I mean?
I get what you're considering your friend's feelings in it. And what I respect about it is you're going to the person committing the crime.
I'm holding you accountable.
Yes, not going to report because...
No, not going to report. That's different. But I'm holding you accountable for your actions. You see, the thing is, a lot of people have friends who enable their bad behavior. You have a friend of yours who does drugs. You have a friend of yours who is an alcoholic. You have a friend of yours who's doing all these horrible things, drugging women. It's
on the list, but
let me tell you, I got to find out, and this happened a long time ago. I think I was like in first year campus. I got to find out that these friends of mine who I held very, very dearly, like this was my personal person. I got to find out because there was a newspaper article that was written about him and other friends of his that I knew of. And there was this story. They were investigating them for having allegedly drugged a girl, or were drugging girls at house parties. They would black out and then they would take naked pictures of these girls, take advantage of them, and then, you know, just put it in their, you know, boy groups and make fun about it. When I found out...
This was that university incident. It was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
6-something years ago.
Yeah,
like it came out 6 years ago. I remember it came out around 2015, 2016. That time, yes.
Yes.
But
you remember that story?
I remember the story. It was massive.
People.
Ooh.
I cut them off completely. I was like done. And now this is the thing, is that they were good to me. You know, like when your boys treat you like a princess.
Yeah.
Like Sarah's come through. Sarah, make sure she's taken care of.
You have security.
If there's you have security. Like you go to the club, you go to the bar. No guy can mess with you. They're here threatening your boyfriend when he even makes you cry or doesn't text you back in a timely fashion.
They wish a dude would.
They wish a dude would. Like, these were my people. These were my brothers. These were... But when I got to find out that, I was like, oh my God, I can't be associated with people like this.
Yeah, true.
Do you understand? And I cut them off. And I remember we kind of reconnected at another house party. And this was like years after we left campus. And I met him and I looked at him and I was like, yo.
Bruh.
I asked him, was it true? did you do that? And then he's like, man, you know those things of trying to, sidestep the conversation. I was like, did you do that?
Man, you know those things is not really the best response you could give to a situation like that, right?
No.
I mean, you would say, yes, I did, but I was young, I was dumb, I did some crazy stuff. I'm sorry about it. I'm a changed person.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I would give a bit of leeway if you said that.
Mm-hmm.
If you at least acknowledged you are wrong.
Yeah.
And said, fine, yes. Because we did lots of dumb things when we were young.
No, but that was evil.
That was
a crime.
That was a crime.
You are a criminal.
Against other people.
Against other people, taking advantage of vulnerable people. I was like, you cannot do that. And for me, I hold my friends
you should not.
At a very, very high standard, the same standard that I would expect them to hold me at and also hold myself at. Even like I have another friend who I also threw out because he used a very derogatory term to describe his friend's cousin.
I thought you were going to say his friend's mom.
His friend's cousin. He used a very derogatory term.
Which one?
He called her a bastard. You get? So we were at dinner, and then so my friend's friend, was talking about his cousin's wedding. She was getting married. And then he was like, oh, the bastard. Like, reference as in referring to the fact that her father did not marry her mother, so he's calling. I'm like, yeah, we're not going to do that. I called him out on the table. I'm like, yeah, we are not doing that.
Okay, first of all, I don't think bastard should be a word in African society, because considering how much our dads strayed, okay, not our dads, a lot of African dads were polygamists, and not like polygamists of, I'm married to 3 wives and I'm good, of, I have 3 wives but I'm still chasing other pussy. Like that kind of vibe, right? For you to come out and call someone a bastard for something that was entirely not their doing. I understand the shame that was supposed to be brought to it.
And it's a
in
word
ancient
that
times.
Shames. No, it
shames the child.
Shameful. Yes, it shames the child.
It shames the child, not the person who committed the act or the atrocities, and most especially not the dude.
So I felt that very, very absolutely disrespectful. I called him out on the table, and like they were done with soccer practice. So as like the only female at the table, I was like, you are not going to do that. You are going to apologize and take back that word. He was like, sorry, this is not. I'm like, you will take that word back.
I can respect that stance. For
and
me,
all of them were like, no, sorry, it's not that. I'm like, it is very much that serious.
It is very serious. It's
I'm
personal.
like, you don't do that.
Yeah.
And you call her your friend and you're going to refer to her. She has a name. How about you just say her name?
That thing can cause a serious case of
with
detachment from the family. Because once you're called a bastard, you never feel like you belong in that family.
Deal.
Me personally, I don't necessarily believe. It depends on what kind of friend you are to me.
Okay.
Because I believe in, I don't know, fixing people to some extent, right?
That's not your job.
In a way, you might be the only person who can do it.
No, it's
because
not your job.
The type of friendships I have with my buddies, right? Like my close friends. I'm not talking about people you met in a club, you hang out once, you drink together. No. I'm talking about your tight gang goes. Like if one of my close friends, the people I've known for 21, like 30 years, those guys, right? If they did something horrible, it would be quite the journey for me. Because part of me is like, I know you too well to have not seen this coming. And at the same time, I want to let you go, but I think you need help. Okay. That's what's going through my mind. Because I'm thinking, I'm fairly good at selecting friends, I would like to think. I mean, the ones I've lost, yes, it's okay. Some had to go. Because you know those people who are like, I want to come for your show. Give me a free ticket. You guy, come and we drink that money you made. Those ones, I had to let go of those friends. Because I'm like, this is not a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
It's a parasitic one. Like, these people are just eating off me. But there are those people who've really supported you and been there for you. And they're practically family, man.
Yeah.
And then you find out some stuff about them and you're like, I wasn't ready for that stuff.
I will cut you off.
I will try to see the extent to which I can see if I can help.
But you see, the thing about you guys is that you always have this bros before hoes type
Sarah, this is not bros before hoes.
Type of thing going on.
If we're talking about the brotherhood and bros before hoes, we also need to address the sisterhood. Because this is not a guy thing. This is a people thing. It's a tribal thing.
No, let me tell you why this is a guy thing. Because, see, women will break up if she finds out that her friend is even casually speaking to her man. Women will break up over the tiniest things. For you guys, you take that bros before hoes, thing very seriously.
No.
Like, you'll not throw your bro out because he banged your chick. You'll throw the chick out.
Oh, no. We are throwing our bro out because he banged my chick. Because that bro cannot be trusted. Listen,
you
Sarah,
won't throw them out.
let me explain something about male dynamics.
Their friends because they were smashing their friend's girlfriend.
If a guy doesn't ditch his friend for smashing his girlfriend, he means he never liked that chick to begin with. And secondly, that guy comes from a clique of guys who are used to sharing women. Most gay cliques don't share women.
You share.
I can guarantee you this. And if you're sharing, it means you just didn't know. Chances are, if you told one guy, let's say you meet a clique of 5 guys, right? And one guy slept with this chick, and then another guy slept with the same chick, and they both didn't know. And then one day they're talking, and they're like, hey, so I smashed, and the other dude's like, I also smashed. They're going to give a heads up to the other 3, like, bruv. Hey, you know what's up.
Do you know what? In my experience, I don't think, okay, with the guys that I have dated, I don't think that you guys really respect each other's boundaries, especially when it comes to women. You do not respect money, yes, career, even sports teams. If you even find your boy wearing it's a jersey of the team that you are not supporting, like, that is grounds to be banned from the friend circle. But when it comes to women, you men do not care about your women.
You really think we're going to ban a guy over an opinion or being from a different sports team?
I think so. I believe so.
Nah.
But when it comes to
we
women,
troll each other, but we never ban each other for that.
When it comes to women, you guys don't give a F about your women. Do you know
Sarah?
And the thing is that you guys just do not have any boundaries, because you know very well she's dating your buddy. But here you are being very friendly, trying to smash. Listen. No,
wait.
Let me even tell you this story.
There's a difference, right? There's a difference. Let me first clarify this. There's a difference between being friendly to your homeboy's girl. That is you
friendly.
Welcoming, making her feel comfortable as gang goes. But if a guy is truly your friend, he should not under any circumstances be tapping your chick. Like, I don't know why women say...
Your boys tap your chicks.
Nah, those are not my boys.
Your boys tap
And we will
chicks.
ditch friendships. Like, look, for me, here's what I've learned, right? I hear chicks all the time say, oh, my friend tried to smash my dad, nearly broke up my mom, and my father's relationship. Yeah. She's been trying to fuck my father, my brother. She has done this with every guy I've liked. You've heard those stories. Oh, she has tried to sleep with every guy I like. Every time I say I like a guy, she moves in. She does this. She never returns clothes. She never returns shoes. And we always ask, why are you still friends with her? And they're like, she's my bestie. You will never experience that with men.
Oh my goodness.
Ever.
You men
if you
do
find
that
that with a dude, he is really lacking in self-esteem. And I mean in a major way of
then
he doesn't know any other. There's a whole bunch of them. Same thing. There's a whole lot of women dealing with self-esteem issues.
Oh my God.
The average person is dealing with confidence issues.
I just can't. When it comes to guys.
Your assessment of men is it could not be more wrong.
No,
but
this one I know for
here's where I can agree with you, right?
There's a lot.
There are cliques of guys who are comfortable doing that to each other.
A lot of them, I guess, apparently.
There's a bunch of them. But the average one is not going to allow it. Men of principle, men with morals, men who believe in true friendship, who have built it over time.
I believe that
not
those
based
ones
on we
are
hang
there.
out together, so we are buddies. No, I mean, we've been there for each other. We've been through some shit. I've seen you cry as my homeboy, like you've broken down in front of me. We are not doing that to each other.
I'm sure that there are those men. Those ones are there. But there's a whole bunch of men who are just very eager to please their homeboys over protecting their woman, even.
Well, those
I
are the
kid
wrong
you
ones.
not. Over protecting their woman, like they will throw her to the dogs any day, any time. Even the whole thing when you have your marriage just, on the verge of breaking and you still choose to be with your boys instead of going home and fix your relationship. I think men and women, all of us need to start holding our friends accountable. And
Definitely.
also as friends, we need to learn to stop being selfish and trying to keep our friends to ourselves and understand that, you know what? This is what is best for you right now. Go home to your person. Go home to your partner. Also, men, you need to start calling out your deadbeat friends. The ones who are baby daddies and do not provide for their kids. You need to start calling them out.
Look, we can call out our deadbeat friends all we want. I can call out the homeboys who are sleeping around, have 6 kids by 7 women, all that stuff, right?
Call them out.
But if those women keep sleeping with him, there's nothing I can do.
No,
listen.
But it's no.
At the end of the day, most men are going to operate by what women prefer.
No. The question. This is not. First, hold on. This is not about blaming the other person.
I'm not blaming anyone.
What I'm talking about and what the question was like, would you throw your friend out if they were doing something despicable? So it also it questions your character, you as Daniel, if you're going to keep around you deadbeat fathers as friends and you say, this is my boy, you're in the bar drinking with them instead of them sending money home for diapers.
And
you're
what I am saying
is, you're in the bar drinking with them instead of telling them, you know what, you need to step up and be a good father to your kids. Or stop raping women.
What
or
I
stop
say
drugging
is,
women.
No, I don't even know how we got there to the raping and drugging.
I'm saying
we don't have friends like that.
We
don't have friends like that.
Are you sure? Though?
Do you know what baffles me about women?
Are you sure?
Let me just make a very valid point here. I hear women say all the time, this is one of the dumbest things I've heard. All men claim they have never met a rapist, but all women have been sexually assaulted.
Yes,
right?
that's true. A lot of women have.
That's very dumb logic, because you really think our male friends are out here saying, whoa, I'm a rapist, look at me, I violate women. That's some stuff happening in private. That's some sinister mental thing going on. Most guys have no idea that the guys who are doing this stuff are around them. Like, just think about it for a second.
Daniel.
Most of the time, a dude is doing his own evil stuff in his domain.
These things happen in plain sight. You just do not qualify. First, hold on.
Listen.
These things happen in plain sight. It's just that you do not qualify it as a threat.
I can qualify it.
Catcalling is harassment. Touching a girl in the bar.
Catcalling is harassment.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is unsolicited.
Does
it's
it
harassment.
depend on who it is?
Hold on. Catcalling is harassment. It's unsolicited. It is not right. Touching a girl in the bar without her permission is harassment. But you guys will just be like, man, he's just trying to, to vibe. And you'll laugh about it. You're like, hey, man, he was blown off or he was slapped or blah, blah, blah. All that. You see these things happening, but you keep quiet.
Touching a girl without her permission.
You just don't know what it looks like, maybe.
No, we know exactly what violation looks like.
You know what it looks like.
But now,
but you only say violation is when a woman is tied up and, violated.
Sarah, the problem is
but even
the definition of violation for women stretches to a lot of things depending on which man it is. That's the other problem. So if someone is going to say, oh, I feel like I was being harassed and all that stuff, it depends on the guy. Like, one dude's going to come and be like, hey, what's up, shorty? And she's like, hey, how you doing? And another guy is going to show up with the same line and she's like, no, I don't want. So it's based on interest.
What do you mean it's based on interest?
It's
Stop
based on interest. No, I'm telling you the facts.
It
if
is
a guy,
wrong.
You will admit this, right?
First, wait. If she responds, it's consent. If she refuses, it is what it is. It doesn't matter
she
if
refuses,
he's good looking,
you
if
walk
he's
away.
ugly looking, if he
Simple.
has money. But you see,
and
how
a lot
many
of guys
men
have walked
are doing
away.
that? How many men are doing that? If a lot
Many
of
men
guys
are doing what?
What do you mean? If a lot of guys are walking out, then why is it that the cases of harassment, sexual harassment, rape, molestation, and defilement keep just going up every day?
And
what
I'm telling you,
what
Sarah.
I am saying, Daniel, is, and this is what the question of the day was: would you ditch your friends if you found out that they were doing something shady like this or horrible? Or how many people do you know in this industry have been accused and people and you're still friends with those people? All I'm saying is, would you throw them out?
I explained the extent to which I understand someone may need help, the difference between someone needing help and someone just being a crappy human being. Those are two different things. Because look, there's a lot of variables in this thing. And me, I'm saying, look, I'm quite happy to ditch a guy who's just being a horrible person. But there are people you hear over and you're like, whoa, wait, I need to investigate this further. Because we have learned people lie. You can't tell me you haven't heard of false accusations. You haven't heard of all these things going around. So I need to factor in all those before I draw a conclusion and lose someone I've known for 20-something years.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm denying the person's experience. All I'm saying is I need to hear both sides of the story and investigate both sides equally.
Okay.
Simple.
And in the event that you find out that person actually did what
then we ditch them.
Are you sure?
Then we ditch them. We ditch them. It's that simple. But this whole thing of Umbu, men are evil. What men do this stuff, Sarah?
Chances are. I'm not saying all men are evil.
No,
I'm just saying there's a
the
huge
way you
degree,
phrased it, saying rape cases keep increasing, this keeps going up.
I'm giving examples. And just like I said at the beginning of this conversation, I hold all the people I keep around the company around me to a very, very high standard.
We both
and
do.
I hope that they hold me to the same standard. And I hope they hold me accountable for the actions that I have done, for my actions, as the same way I will hold them accountable for them. So if I find out that my friend cheated, I am going to hold you accountable to it. If I find out that my friends are using derogatory terms around me, I'm going to put you on blast for that. If I find out that you are doing awful things, I am going to throw you out.
If
because
I
it's
found
all about
out
the company that you keep.
Listen,
even if it was a rumor, I will distance myself.
We're not working with rumors. I'm not working with rumors.
There's no smoke.
I am not working
fire.
with rumors. There can be smoke without fire. There's false
no
accusations. It's a reality.
Fire.
That is the thing. If I hear my homeboy cheated, I'm going to first figure out why before I ditch that guy. And that's the truth, and I'm sticking to it. It's the Fatboy Show, ladies and gentlemen.